Yeah, and we're here today just to talk about some of the new things.
Starts the day off with a bang.
Are the performers with Goose as well have branched off into a new area?
Usually I wash it out.
Hi, welcome to Backstage Pass. We are excited here with Heidi and Kim. We are up here in our fitness classroom, and I know you guys have been up here before, and we've done various shows from up here before, but I think that it's always good to kind of pop back in and refresh people's memories on kind of all the different types of things we can do up here. This classroom actually is a large, it's considered a larger fitness studio, and we have everything from we're getting ready for a morning step class to we have fit balls that we use. We have some pumped classes that use the weights and things like that. We have our yoga classes up here. We also have a wide variety of silver sneakers and silver and fit classes that are hosted up here. So so you want to tell us a little bit about kind of what we do up here?
Yeah, Kim. So Kim had mentioned the silver sneakers classes on silver and fit. They're wonderful classes, and two of the main classes in the land, Kim, are the Silver Sneakers Classic, which used to be called MSROM, Muscular Strength, Range of Motion.
Okay.
They changed it, but that's what it is.
Right.
So working on that strength, the flexibility, the range of motion is huge.
Yeah, and things like, I remember, when you pop up and watch the class or check in on it and make sure, see if they need anything, there's things, simple things like reaching up above your head and getting something, that you would use in everyday life. I mean, and the nice thing is that it's not, it's not necessarily people think that it's only older people that do it.
No.
It's a great class if you're at all interested in, and kind of need some work on that. I think that oftentimes as you get older, you lose your strength, you lose your flexibility a lot quicker, it seems like, and so I think that it's really great for anybody of all ages, but like you said, the silver sneakers, range of motion, they use a chair, so if you have some balance issues, you can use the chair to support yourself while you're doing class. They use a fitness band, they use ball. I mean, they use a ball, so they use a lot of different tools to kind of help work you through that process. The other thing too is little things like stretching your hands out, and you don't even think about that in your everyday work environment, but little things like stretching your hands, stretching your fingers, kind of stretching your jaws, things like that. It's just it's interesting to walk through that. So
and Kim, like one of the things I like to say in classes is if you don't do it, you lose it. Yeah. So that balance and that working those fingers, and as it gets cold outside, the sidewalks get slippery, and that helps with that.
Right.
All that's going to help build those muscles and help hopefully help you so you don't slip and fall and maybe injure or whatever. This will be preventative.
Yeah, exactly. And the other thing that's cool about it too is that there's, and we mentioned the chair. I mentioned the chair earlier. And if you're a person who maybe has some struggles with getting up and moving around and things like that, when you get up and use your when you get up and use the if you try this class and you have been normally using a chair for it, by the end, by 3 or 4 weeks into it, you might be using the chair less and less for balance, just because of those things that you're working on. So
exactly.
Yeah, and then the other class is the yoga.
Yoga, yes, and it's chair yoga, so you don't get down on the mat, but you don't have to use the chair, which is wonderful. There's options, like you said, where you gradually can move away from that chair, but you're never down on the mat on the floor, so you're not having to get. One of the people's concerns is, even like you said, if you're not a senior and in silver sneakers and you're concerned about getting up and down, you can stay standing, so that's kind of nice, and get those stretching and that flexibility in, which is amazing. It's awesome.
Yeah,
so
it's very cool. So great. So another thing that we do is, as we're talking, we have fitness studios here. We have 2 fitness studios. We have the walking track, we have the cardio, we have all kinds of different opportunities, the women's X Zone. But the cool thing, one of the other things that you work on is you do worksite wellness programs where you do what? You take the fitness to the companies.
I'll take it to you, which is awesome. If you have a small conference room, it doesn't have to be a big studio. We bring stuff to you, and if, healthier employers are happy employers, right, Kim?
Exactly.
So if we can bring it to you and do a fitness class of your interest, we will do that. And it's just, I think it's such a good environment. You don't even have to leave work, which is huge.
And it's not just fitness classes, it's that mental stuff too. So you do different topics that you do
presentations even stretch breaks during your long, those days when you have meetings all day. It's so important to get up and move and stretch. Office yoga. So getting some of that chair yoga in, those stretches and flexibility. Like you said, Kim, stretching. There's so many different options out there. Massages. We have a wonderful massage therapist that'll come to you. So there's so many. It's endless what we could do for you, and we'll come to you. So I think that's such a good thing to think about.
Exactly, it's great. So awesome. Well, thanks so much for joining us today on Backstage Pass, and we'll see you again next week.
Yes, thank you.